Okay, so it looks like we're live again, this time from Afghanistan, and at the airfield here in Kabul, I've put a MiG-21 in the colors of the, oops, I'm sorry, here, wrong zoom. So there, so I've put a MiG-21, which is in the DRA. I guess it's the Democratic Republic of Afghanistan, which was more or less the puppet government that had been installed by the Soviets there. And then I actually have a Soviet SU-25 armed to the teeth with rockets. And over here I have a helicopter. And so this is an Mi-24, again in sort of worn Soviet colors there. So I have the choice to use any of those three to accomplish the mission. So what I thought I would do is just start with the MiG-21, which is a very fast jet, but at the same time it's a bit vulnerable. So we'll see how we can do against here there's like a AAA position that the Mujahideen have captured, and they have a BRDM-2 as well. So we'll see if we can do anything with that, but more than likely, like, I'm probably gonna have to take the SU-25 afterwards. And for fun, I had added the Mi-24, which I just tested just to see if I remembered how to shoot things, and that can also be quite fun. So maybe I'll show all three in this stream, so that you get to see what else we can do with this map. I think this can also be a different way to have fun with it. So different time period, and so let's see. And no, there will not be any F-16s. Alright, so as I said, I'll take the MiG-21 first. This is actually what we just saw, was the helipad where I can take off from with the Mi-24. But here with the MiG-21, oh, and I just realized my gear was sort of up, and okay, there's a bunch of things going wrong here, so we're gonna have to restart it. How did that get there? I'm gonna have to check my... Are these the controls for the chute? Is that it? Is that it? No, that's the flaps. Trying to see if there's... Okay, drag chute. Okay. Okay, activate, disconnect. So I'll put those switches where they won't. Okay. So let's just restart this. I'll say quit and fly again. It's gonna be simpler. So yeah, earlier I was flying with the F4, and I had set up my autopilot on the same key that deploys the chute on the MiG-21. So now I'm gonna have hopefully my flaps in the right position. Yes, can deploy them down completely, in the middle, or up. I want them in the middle there. So that's going to be my Afghan plane. As you can see, I've got a few other Russian planes parked here, but for now we're going to use this one. And just to show a little bit like what the target area is going to be like, since once in a while we get good intel, you know. So this is the AAA that we're going to be trying to eliminate. It's close to a position here that the Mujahideen captured, and they also captured this BRDM-2. And you can see they still have a few soldiers there. So we're going to try to take out the AAA and the BRDM, And then we'll see about taking anything else out. There are a few troops there, as we can see. So that's the idea there. And we've got like plenty of fires and things going on, so you know there's been some fighting in that area. And so back to our cockpits. For the MiG-21, when we want to shoot rockets, I kind of like to set my rocket salvos to 1 to 4 there. If I want to use my air-to-ground weapons, I set it to ground, and if I want to use the gun, I'm gonna arm it like this. I like to open this up so I can drop the chaff and flares. I think this one is the one I need to open up if I ever want to drop my fuel tank, the extra fuel tank in the center. And so yeah, the MiG-21 can be like a fairly interesting one to fly, because of the fact that you have to use differential braking to turn it. So if you fly the L-29, it has the same sort of concept, or the Spitfire from World War II. So yeah, that MiG-21 has a World War II type of design. So that front wheel is just not articulated, so it's really just by braking with the left wheel that I'm able to turn left like this. The front wheel just follows the action. So that's what's going on. I don't know if I can ask for takeoff.
Forward 2, request startup. Forward 2, request taxi to runway. Forward 2, request takeoff.
We'll be taken off before they give us any indication that it's okay to do so, I guess. So let's go. At a certain speed you get like rudder authority, so then you can just use the rudder to turn. And we're up. Gears are coming up. You hear the satisfying sound when the gears come fully up. We're going to get our flaps up as well. Yeah, went flaps up a bit quick. Got to get some speed to fly with this thing. And now we're going to head south. As you probably saw on the map, that's where our targets are going to be. So according to our compass, this is south, so we're going to head over those mountains, I would believe. There we go. I'm going to try to get some speed going first. Now that we have speed, we can get some altitude. Try not to run out of fuel before we get there. But it's not a very long flight where we're going. This is our jet. And yeah, there are some low clouds, but we can see the smoke over there. So that's where we're going to be headed. So what I'll do is I'll try to be a bit sneaky. I'll head between the mountains like that. And then below the clouds, and then we'll make a left turn towards those smoky indications and try to go shoot some rockets where we saw that AAA was. What I've found in the MiG-21 trying to do something like that is that it's almost a suicide mission, but hey, we'll try it. I like danger. Let's see if we can drop some chaff and flares. Yeah, that's working. Okay, so where's that AAA? Ah, it's the wrong village. I'm not looking at the right one. So much for the surprise attack there. They know for sure that I'm here. I am newly trained Afghan pilot and I will get this AAA. Look at me. Oh, it's shooting. Okay, so we got the AAA. I don't know if I took all my rockets to do that. Well, looks like I still have a few. As you can see in those big pods there. So we will try to go after the BRDM. Hard to see. So the BRDM was sort of in front. Okay, again I wasn't looking at the right spot, but now we got it. Ooh, blue smoke. Where's the blue smoke? Is that it? Yeah, I got some blue smoke there. So apparently there's an enemy convoy. Let's see what we can do about that. See vehicles on the move on that road, so I'll try to line up because I don't know how many rockets I have left, and usually after you hit some they start to disperse. Tried to shoot my gun after, but I didn't have a lot of rockets left. Did set one on semi-fire. I'll try to line up those two there. Okay, we got two. Nice big one there. I think I came pretty close to crashing there. It got a bit wobbly. Gonna check my fuel. Yeah, we're low on fuel already. We're gonna do this. There we go. Dropping the tank. Maybe another quick gun pass and then we'll try to head back to base. I'm surprised that I was able to get that many targets with the MiG-21 because it's not really a purpose-built attack aircraft. There we go. And now we'll head north so that we can get back to base and land this plane. Before we run out of fuel. I'll try to set it up in a more of a cruising attitude. Let's see if I'm heading in the right direction. I want to set my rudders first. The map. Oops. Okay, so we'll have to go left. And that's north, so we'll have to go point the nose a bit further west so then we can come in for landing. And we can enjoy the large city below. Not to crash into the radio antennas. Quite a few of them here. Being a high spot, I guess it allows them to broadcast for large distances, and that's our airfield. So we'll start slowing down. I'm gonna put one little notch of flap. Deploy the landing gear. Get the three satisfying thumps when they get in position. hard to see in front with this thing. Let's get our feet on the pedals to adjust at the last minute here. There we go. Yeah, we made it. Looks like it doesn't want to stop. Try to turn it. I would, but it's gonna get stuck in the grass. Couldn't turn it anymore. Might have broken something on landing, but I do have a few holes there. Was that battle damage or was it just a bad landing? I don't know. I don't fly this one very often. But you can see that you can get quite a bit done with it. Now, for something a bit different, we're going to try the same mission, this time in a helicopter. Just going to go check the stream if it's still going well. It seems to be. Alright, so let's get the Mi-24 in the air. So gonna hit fly.
Adjusting magnetic declination. Ready.
Alright, for the magnetic declination, Petrovich. So one of the first things I like to do is get rid of that so I can actually see my controls here. I'm gonna ask him to activate the weapons.
Turning on weapons.
And then I can activate my other things in the meantime. I like to turn the fan on so that there's a nice fan right here. And then I can turn the brightness here a little bit lower on that. And then I think I'm going to turn the lights off because they kind of look pretty on the outside and everything, but we're going to go hit some targets, so we don't want them to spot us from a good distance. So tail strobe off, blade tip off, this middle off, and I think there's the nav lights there. There we go. That looks good. Now we're a bit darker. And so yeah, I'm using these sort of Soviet worn colors. Fits with the idea that we're in Afghanistan. Area gets battered by whatever the weather throws at it. So we're gonna give it a little power and we're gonna start moving. And we're up. We'll get our gears up and start heading north. Check my compass. this here. It sort of gives me an indication. I just realized I didn't turn on my map display there. So yeah, we're gonna go above those mountains in front to where there's that AAA and BRDM-2. So we are in the setting to shoot missiles. We have some 4 missiles. These are the 86 spirals and 2 rocket pods. I think in the days that the Soviets were in Afghanistan, they had like earlier versions of the Mi-24 with the chin-mounted turret instead of the big 30mm gun. But they might have had this one, I don't know. We don't have the other one in DCS, so we use this one. It's close enough for my money. Plus it looks cool.
Weapons ready.
Apparently the Mujahideen, they weren't afraid of much, but they were afraid of those Russian helicopters. They're big flying tanks. I just realized I haven't used my trim much this flight. I'm just more like a hands-on type of pilot at this point. I will get some trim going here just so I can stabilize the helicopter. And then we'll get Petrovich to target that general area there.
Observe on. Searching.
So he sees a UAZ, that's not very dangerous. What else do you see? BRDM-2.
Target acquired.
Let's target that.
In range.
Okay, well then fire.
Target obstructed. Reapproach, please. Need a different angle. Target obstructed.
Target obstructed.
Need a different angle. Target obstructed.
Okay, I'm gonna have to find a new approach because
Observe off.
I think the AAA is gonna start shooting at us if we get much closer. Yeah, we see some bullets there flying by. That's exactly what I was afraid of. You can see a lot of tracers. So we'll just dive behind the mountain. We're gonna try another approach. We can hear the impacts of bullets in the hills around us. So we know there's a AAA. Come on, Petrovich. I'm sure you can do better than what you did last time. If I get you a little bit higher, will you see the targets better? We'll try this. Targets should be in that area near there, I guess.
Observe on. Searching. Target in sight. Ready to fire. Firing. Yeah, good detection. Ground fire. Straight ahead.
So we got the AAA gun, so now we're gonna go for the BRDM next pass.
Observe on. Searching. Tracking target. Commander. Firing. Target destroyed.
Alright, we got it. Anything else worth a missile around here? Oh, somebody else is shooting at us there.
Observe off.
Move away, but there's that blue smoke now. Yes, I'll have to go take care of that. I'll see if I can get the guy who was shooting at us first. Somewhere around here. Is that him, that little dot there? Yeah, that's him. Come on.
Target search.
A bit late for that, so I'm gonna have to switch
Observe off.
to my own weapons.
Straight ahead.
Okay. I don't know if he put a few holes in us. It's not too bad. Let's go check out the column with the blue smoke. Yeah, we see them moving there. I think try to see if I can get behind them. We'll switch to the rockets. And thank you. I'm not gonna need your assistance for rockets, Petrovich. We still have missiles. Those two are gone. We still have two. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's somebody else shooting at us here.
Ground fire straight ahead.
I see you.
Incoming fire straight ahead.
Hopefully they'll get it. He's not dead. Let's switch to guns. Ooh, okay. That's not good. Mi-24 has that tendency to get in a swirling pattern once in a while.
Hostile ground fire. 11 o'clock.
Did I lose my tail rotor? No. But I'm now flying sideways.
Отказал генератор.
I'll get my rudder fully to the right.
Ground fire. 11 o'clock.
I think I'll get my gears down just in case.
Incoming fire. 11 o'clock.
Ooh, that's not looking good. What's the damage? Looks like it's not too bad. It's just I was losing control completely. Let's try to take off again, see where that takes us.
Отказал
Hostile ground
генератор.
fire. 2 o'clock. Incoming fire. 3 o'clock.
Yeah, we're getting shot at and we're losing our generators. I'm gonna try to get some forward momentum before I take off, but I think we're gonna have to head home now. I got a little bit too brave with that technical, and now we're probably filled with holes. So let's head north. I don't think I'll retract the landing gear. I'll just leave it down in case I have to come down in an emergency. We got a few targets there, and that's gonna be just about as good as we did with the MiG-21. I'm curious to see, yeah, there is visible damage on that engine there and lots of holes, so probably best not to risk it. So beyond those hills is liberty. Behind us was torture and death by Mujahideen. You don't want that. guess I can turn the weapons off. There we go. And now to find my heliport. I know there's like a clearing where I set it up, but I think it's past the other set of mountains. Let's see here. I'm gonna trim the helicopter. Let's see if we're heading more or less in the right direction. Yeah, we're going where we need to. There are a few clearings in front, so I'm trying to figure out which one is the one with our helipad. That might be the area, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe a little further. Let's check the map again. Yeah, it's a little further. Ah, yeah, okay, it's there. I see it. It's next to those structures. I figured those structures, they looked familiar. Alright, so let's see. Still have our gear down. Good. Okay. Could have checked just the handle there, but I wanted to see it with my eyes. And now we're gonna try to trim the... Oof! Okay, that went. Let's try to slow it down first. Keep it under control. When we fly helicopters, we can't be in too much of a hurry, so let's take our time. We're getting close to those structures though. It's starting to give me that thing it did earlier. And so I think I'm gonna be crashing in these buildings. Yeah. Well, I brought it back to base, but we're gonna need a new rotor. It was very hard to control at slow speed because it didn't have enough power. So yeah. The guy in the Civic though, he's lucky. His car is all right. All right, so we got one more plane to try. It's the SU-25. Hey, we got a few hits. There we go. So I'm going to say fly again. And this time we're going to take the plane that really makes more sense for air to ground, the SU-25. So I'm just going to make sure that my switches are in the right positions. That looks okay. Like that. And hit fly. And so this is the plane. Got our little friends here. Got it ready for us. I'm just going to quickly check the stream is still running. And so, it's kind of hard to see the lights, but I usually try to turn the lights off when I'm on the ground. There we go. So let's taxi. So this one has the rudders that actually turn the nose wheel. So we can taxi in that direction towards the beginning of the runway. If the screen looks like it's shaking, it's because I guess they put that effect in that plane that when you're taxiing it shakes. And you can't taxi very quickly because it's got the long wings like an A-10, but unlike the A-10, which has the rear wheels on the wings to make it more stable, this one is easy to tip over, so you have to taxi slowly because you can see the wing tips are swinging side to side. So that allows me to see that my flaps are set up properly. And so I've got two different types of rockets. Got the bigger ones, which I will probably use first on the AAA and BRDM, and the small ones and the cannon can probably take care of the column. At least that's the plan. I could have asked the tower for permission to take off, but I didn't. Should look at where I'm going first. And then we can do like nice shots of me taking off, getting my wheels up. And then we can get the flaps up. Get some more speed going. And then we'll head north. So again, we've got our compass here. I said north, but it's actually south. Yeah, 180. This one actually allows you to follow waypoints. think if I follow the long needle, it'll bring me where I need to go. And eventually the two needles, they sort of bring themselves together, and then you're on your flight plan. Alright, so let's check our air-to-ground weapons. Right now we're on the outer rockets. I want the inner ones, so let's start with that. Trying to remember which one of those controls brings the HUD a little bit down. So that's the gun pod elevation, previous waypoint. Target lock, unlock, and that's laser. And what does... those are the countermeasures. Ah, okay. So this one will raise and lower. Okay. So here I wanted to show, I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm lowering it so that I can see the crosshairs. So you can raise it if you need to, or you can lower it. I'm gonna stay just below the clouds here, flying at 600 kilometers per hour. And now my lines on my compass are lining up, so that means I can head straight for the waypoint, which will bring me on the target where I want to go, right there. So now I gotta visually spot the AAA, which is right there. I'm gonna turn on my laser, which helps for ranging. And there it is. The target is there. Okay, we got the AAA. Next pass we'll get the BRDM. It's a fun air-to-ground attack plane. People say, I don't want to fly the Russian planes, this or that, but it does the job pretty well. Okay, so is that the BRDM right there? Yeah. It's got its own little enclosure there. We got it. So now I'm going to turn the laser off, because you can't keep the laser on too long. It overheats. Older technologies. So where's that blue smoke? There's that blue smoke. Maybe before we go for the blue smoke, I'm gonna do a quick pass on where there was a Jeep. Since we've done the mission 3 times, we're starting to know where the enemies are, right? So I'm going to turn my laser on again, and I think that's him right there. Yeah, he's shooting. I'm shooting back, man. Did I get him? Yeah, we got him. Now, blue smoke. Yes, there they are. Gonna try to line up with the road. It doesn't turn very fast. That took care of most of them. So now one thing we can do is we can turn the cannon on. We'll try a gun pass on that road. Let's test it. Oh. Yeah, okay, gun like that. I think everything's dead. So we'll switch back to the rockets. And yeah, we'll get the laser off because it was starting to go berserk. I know there's like a AAA around here that I can hit near that town. So we'll try to fly close by. Maybe it's gonna shoot at us and then we can get some rockets. Let's give it power. Yeah, I think I see something in the field there. Yeah, he's shooting. Do we get him? Yeah. And there was another little jeep somewhere here. See if I can get him to shoot at me so we can spot him. The one that shot my... Ah, yeah, he's right below here. It's the guy who shot the Mi-24. We can't let him survive, right? Okay, so he was roughly past that green patch there. Don't see him. Where is he? Oh, he's shooting from the left side. Okay, that's him there. Okay, let's just get our heading right now is 1-5. We'll get back on 3-3. Have to do a little bit of math once in a while. I think that's him right there. Yeah, we got him. That's good enough for me. Let's shake the map just for fun. Yeah. Nothing left in blue. So that's a successful mission. So now we can head back to base. We even have waypoints to take us there. So we'll follow those needles here, which I think will bring me on my course for the final approach. And we don't even have any bullet holes on that one. So, the plane for the task. Although if I hadn't been like such a cowboy in the Mi-24, I probably would have done a bit better. Now, okay, since it doesn't fly at the speed of sound, we're just gonna speed things up here. I am at full throttle. You see how the cockpit shakes? This plane doesn't like to go super fast. See, okay, there's my airfield. I was looking in that direction and it's right here. Probably at the waypoint or just about. Yeah, 2 kilometers, 1 kilometer. And now it's gonna switch to the airfield. There we go, I switched it manually. And so we'll just slow down, get the speed brakes out. We can get one little notch of flap. Get those gears coming down. We've got the air brakes out. Got a little bit of shake and bake going on. Go full flaps. It's like one of those tactical landings when you don't want to be exposed too much to enemy fire. You dive in on the runway. Touchdown. That'll slow us down for sure.
Springfield,
want to check if I want to go take it to the parking. Can I make it there? Yes, I think I can make it. It's gonna be a long taxi if I want to go all the way to the end though, so I think I'll just find a parking near here. Our Soviet technicians will look at it in the big hangar over there. That is what we will do. I like how there's a lot of equipment on the airfield. Makes it look alive. Can we fit this big plane in that hangar? Yes, I think maybe we can. It's going to be a bit tight, but we can. All nice and good. So we can shut down the engines. RPMs on engine 1 going down. RPMs on engine 2 going down. Can open up the cockpit. There we go. And with the RPMs down really low, we can shut off the electrical. And that's going to be that for that flight. So hopefully you enjoyed my little Soviet incursion into Afghanistan with a MiG-21, Mi-24, and SU-25. That's going to be it for this evening, so cool hand out.